Our next guest develops really intuitive tools that will help you not only in a business environment, educational environment, maybe your church or association. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to use their technology. He's VP of Corporate Communications for Smart Technologies, Jeff Lowe. Jeff, welcome Into Tomorrow. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks very much.
We saw Into Tomorrow on your whiteboard and we thought, oh, we better check this out. Great way to get our attention. What are you showing here from Smart Technologies?
So at first glance, Dave, it probably looks like a regular whiteboard. But you know, whiteboards are ubiquitous in businesses and in schools all over the world. But it's one of the things that has never really entered the digital world until now. So what you're looking at here is a CAP board, K-A-P-P, and it's basically a digital dry erase board. It uses regular dry erase ink, and you write on it like you would any other dry erase board. But the magic of this is it pairs with your phone through an application that's free. And as you're writing on the board,
so we can hear you, and then Chris is going to show what you're doing.
So as you're writing on the board, things appear on your personal device in real time. So you're able to capture whatever's being written on the board on your personal device. No more having to get up and take a grainy picture of the board and try to save it and try to do something with that afterwards. No more having to transcribe or take notes from the board. It's all right here on your personal device.
So does that mean, let me see if I'm following this, that perhaps if it's used in an educational environment, students can use the app and look down at what the professor or the teacher is actually doing on the whiteboard and not miss a beat and get those important notes?
That's exactly right. So this can be shared out to hundreds of people at the same time. They can consume this whiteboard session in whatever sort of device they're using. They don't even have to have the application because they just get it sent as a link. So they log in, they bring it up, and then if I'm a student, I can sit and I can zoom in on this content, I can see what my teacher is writing, or if I'm in the back of the room in a busy conference, and I can also save this. So if I just hit this little camera icon on here, and I write version 2, hit it again, version 3, hit it again. What I'm doing is I'm creating a library of thumbnails of here's the meeting that we just had, or here's the notes that I took in my class today. So it really allows people to listen, and it allows everybody to participate in the meeting or in the classroom discussion.
And I'm imagining a sales environment where sales reps are in a meeting and then take this information out to the field and become a whole lot more responsive to their clients because they're not having to say, let me call back and check. I'm not sure of those specs or whatever. It's a great way to just have the information given out once, now you've saved it on your device.
No, that's exactly right. And just think of the times when you're sitting, talking and writing on a whiteboard and saying, I wish Dave could be seeing this right now. Well, now all you have to do is send it to him in a link, pop it up, and you can have a discussion on that content, and you've got everything on your personal device.
Now, what's the difference between this board? I saw you pairing your phablet to the board. So I guess once you do that, now you can go on about what you demoed. But what's the difference between this board and the one on the other side here?
Yeah. So basically, what we found out is that people they usually start discussions with a sketch, rough writing like this, but then at some stage they want to take it and put it into the digital world and advance and polish that sort of idea. So how that typically works is through a function in the application called continuance, which is exactly what it sounds, the ability to continue from an analog world to a digital world. So let me give you an example.
As for those of you listening on the radio, he's erasing part of the board now, and we're doing something continuous, I'm guessing. See, I'm learning too as we go along. This is pretty cool. And again, if you're on the listening on the radio, check out the videos of all of our guests at CES here in Las Vegas at intotomorrow.com. There you go. How's that for Phil while you were erasing the board?
That was great. So let's imagine that a team of people is trying to figure out the correct steps to financial success. So they write on the board and they say, I think I've got it. This is going to be step 1, and then we're going to go over and implement step 2. After that, it's going to be step 3, and that's the key to success. And so that's enough for today. I think we've cracked the code. Okay? So now let's go over to the other board and I'll show you how that continues in the digital world.
All right, so now we've moved to this other board where you're doing a continuous example.
Right. So this could be the next minute, the next day, or 2 weeks later is, you know what? Let's bring up that idea we had on that way to make money. I'd like to explore that maybe with another group of people, or I've had some additional ideas. So using the app.
Describe what you're doing. You're zapping a barcode, right?
I'm zapping a barcode using my phone, using that diagram that we conducted using dry erase ink. And what it's doing is it's going to put that up on now a fully functional digital display.
So you're doing the reverse in this case.
That's exactly right. And so now what you're able to do is take what you started in dry erase ink, and now it's in digital ink. So you can manipulate it with your hand, you can write on it with other colors, and say, you know what, I think you missed a couple of steps. I think this is kind of the key. I can draw different annotations, and you can basically then continue that conversation. What's really incredible about this particular product, which is called Cap IQ, is the people that are consuming this on their personal device can write back to the display. So anybody on their iPad or anything else can write back, and it appears in this display in real time.
We can see where this kind of technology can make a huge difference, as I mentioned, not only education, but business environments, certainly for sales and marketing. I mean, it's limitless to be able to do some really cool things with this. So thanks for sharing with us some of the tech that you guys are working on.
Super happy to show it to you, and what we've done is tried to mimic the way that people already work, that what's natural to them. You don't have to learn anything, you just plug these into a wall, and the computing power in your phone is really what drives this solution.
Very cool. Want more information, of course, visit their site. It's home.smarttech.com, and we'll get you there too when you visit intotomorrow.com. And Jeff joining us, we appreciate his time, and visit us at intotomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. We continue our 21st year at CES after this.